Hi everybody, it's Dr. Lisa Morse. It's been quite a while since I've made one of these videos. I've been a little busy. My husband and I adopted 2 babies in 2021. So we have about a 14-month-old boy and 7.5-month-old girl. So I've been very busy and took a little time away. And I'm back. I'm back to my passion, which is helping women overcome IBS. After more than 20 years, suffering for more than 20 years, where I was feeling uncomfortable, hopeless, and just feeling lost, I'm now able to eat food with confidence, feel good in my body, and never have to miss out on a special life event, which is important. I'm a licensed naturopathic doctor, and I have over 25 years of experience in healthcare, and I've been helping women with IBS since 2013. And it's my mission to help women overcome all those symptoms so that they can enjoy eating again and feel good in their bodies and enjoy life to the fullest. Did you know that I think it's 10 to 15% of people suffer from IBS? That's a lot of people. And if you go to your conventional doctor, they'll tell you it's incurable, or maybe they'll tell you it's all in your head. They might give you an antidepressant or anti-anxiety medication. But I'm here to tell you it's not incurable. Plenty of people have overcome IBS, and you can too. So what is going on with IBS? I feel like a broken record here with my patients. I'm always saying, whatever's going on with your body, it would be nice if it was just one thing that we could address and it would resolve, but it's usually multifactorial. And so we have to address all the factors. If you only address one piece of the puzzle, then you may get some relief from your symptoms, but you won't get full resolution. And so it's important to address all the pieces of the puzzle. And what are all the pieces of the puzzle with IBS? Well, there's a lot. The biggest things that I see are an imbalance of the bugs in your gut, as well as SIBO, which is an acronym for small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. I'll talk a little bit more about that. We're supposed to have lots of bugs in our large intestine, but not in our small intestine. And then there is stress and anxiety. That's a big piece of the puzzle. And then hormones can also play in. Now, under all 4 of these categories, there are multiple pieces of each category. For example, and as a naturopath, I'm always asking why. Why do you have this? Why do you have IBS? Let's say, as an example, you have an imbalance of your microbiome. Well, why do you have an imbalance of your microbiome? Well, maybe you took too many antibiotics through your life. Or maybe you don't eat well and you eat a lot of sugar. Or maybe you drink too much alcohol. Or maybe you have heavy metal toxicity and so you have candida overgrowth. Candida is a yeast and it contributes to our microbiome. And we all have it, it's just whether it's out of balance. So that would be an example with microbiome. So what about SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth? Remember I said too much bacteria in the small intestine. Well, why do you have that? There's a myriad of reasons for that, but motility is one of the biggest ones. You're not moving things through your gut as you should, as fast as you should be. Or it could also be structural problems or lack of digestive juices. And then now we go further and further with each one of those. So motility, well, why would your motility be off? It could be stress. Here we go again with stress. Shuts down the motility of your gut. certain disease states like Parkinson's or Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is also hypermobility syndrome. What about Lyme disease? That can shut down your gut as well. Mold toxicity. A lot of things can contribute to the motility. Okay, the third thing, stress and anxiety. That's a huge piece of IBS. It's often overlooked, and no, an anti-anxiety medication is not going to really get to the root of that. So it's important that we work on the stress and anxiety piece. We know that people who have suffered stressful childhoods often have IBS more so than others that haven't. So addressing those things is important. So you can see there's a lot playing into IBS. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg, but the major things. Oftentimes people ask me, what about food allergies or intolerances? I don't really see those as the root cause of IBS. They're usually the result of something else. So, for example, did you know that dairy is digested in the small intestine on these little, so we have these finger-like projections on our small intestine and then hair-like projections on the fingers. And on the hair-like projections is the enzyme lactase to digest dairy. So if we have anything going on in our small intestine, those little hair-like things can get damaged very easily. We're not going to be able to digest dairy. And so it's not necessarily that you aren't able to digest, that you won't ever be able to eat dairy again. It's like we have to fix the underlying reasons as to why you can't digest dairy. So that's just one example. But I usually see when we clear up these other things, then you can eat food. And I truly believe that we're meant to eat the widest diet or variety possible out there. It's good for our body, all those nutrients. Okay, so at the beginning I mentioned I've suffered for over 20 years. That's a long time, it's too long. I'm still really close. I've come a long way, but I'm still really close to that struggle and what it's like. And that is why I do the work that I do. I don't want others to suffer from IBS. It's no fun. And so I help women who are suffering from diarrhea, constipation, gas, bloating, all of those symptoms, overcome that so that they can enjoy eating again and feel good in their body and be able to experience life and not have to miss out on special life events. So it's important that you find somebody, if you're suffering, that can help you wade through all of the things that could be playing into what's going on with you, because we're all individuals and we all have different susceptibilities and there's different reasons for our suffering, or our symptoms, I should say. Okay, so don't wait. Find somebody. If you want my help, go to my website. It's www.dr, so Dr. Lisa Morse, Morse, ND, N as in Nancy, D as in dog. So www.drlisamorseND.com, and you can sign up for a free consultation there where we can talk a little bit more about what's going on with you and whether we want to work together. Okay, everybody, take care and have a good day.